Hi. Hi, hi. Am I sounding okay? I'm not crazy, right? That there's no more echo? There's no more echo, right? New mic. New mic. Yay! I'm so glad. Everybody thank Peeply for the new mic. Yeah, honestly, I could not tell you. I'm not savvy enough with the tech to really figure out what the hell was going on. Yes, thank you, Peeply. Everybody say thank you, Peeply. Yay. Yeah, I got one with the boom arms so I can actually like attach it to the little shelf where my laptop rests and then I can just move it out of the way. It's not gonna take up a bunch of stupid room on my desk anymore. Yay. And it's got a pretty light. It's got a pretty light. Yay. Um, I mean, I did promise you that we would play Ace Attorney so we could play a little bit, but I hope uh I hope I don't get stuck in a really long case again. Just like last time, just like last time. Um, I am figuring out new features on my laptop too. I didn't know I could do like a split window thing. This is neat. That'll help with playing games because otherwise I just have a stupid rogue window up. Yeah, I know. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could do this. This one has investigation. Oh my god. Okay, well, hold on. Let me just pull up the game first and foremost. And then let's see if I can drag it into the window. Can I drag it into the window? Well, what the hell? I had the option before and now it's being silly. It's being silly. Hold on. Okay, yes. Here is my window again. Split window. No, I don't want a split window with Discord. Fuck off. No, why is it doing this? Hold on. Hold on. We can do this. We can figure this out. We can figure this out. I swear. Oh my god. I wonder if I do that, if I do that, and I do that, will that work? Will that work? Okay. And now, no, I don't want it that. No, it's just being a dick. It's just being a dick. It's just being stupid. Yeah, I know they hate me. I'll have to figure that out later because, like I said, I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that. Now I just have to pull up the game window. Not thirsty suitors. Ace Attorney? Okay. Could you fit in the window, please? Uh, oh my God. Everything is so stupid. Everything's so stupid. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for this. And now we gotta size it up slowly. We just have to deal with this. We just have to deal with this. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. We're gonna guess numbers. Okay, good enough. Close. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating. Yay! Oh, category, category. The Great Ace Attorney. Yay! Ooh, and Noah's got a streak. Fantastic, fantastic. Everything's great. Okay, category should be changed. Game data, well, yeah. Well, of course. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. What the fuck?
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
What the fuck?
In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound.
Narration in My Ace Attorney?
Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The Speckled Band.
Speckled Band.
I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Oh my god. What the fuck? The 9th of January, 6:37 a.m. On board the steamship Buria? Beria? Oh my
So
god.
then, let us unravel this mystery
What the fuck?
and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way.
I'm gonna be so for real. I
This would
forgot
appear
that
to be
like
a
Dual Destinies and stuff did
mystery.
these animated cutscenes.
In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle.
It's been a while, okay? It's been a very long
Russian
time.
word. So the victim was a Russian man then, and the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script, and evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Is it gonna shoot one of us? Oh my god, what the fuck
This
is
paper
this?
seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture.
No way.
Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That
What the
won't
fuck?
be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. And it
I love how
can
they're
be locked
both
from
like
inside.
super bad with
Yes,
Russian
the locked
accents.
room, but that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Why is she British?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world.
I
Look, Sholmes.
I don't
I
know why
presume-
he's there.
You must have heard of me.
Seriously, why are Ryunosuke and Susanoo like, why are they both British? That's so fucking weird. That is a weird choice. Ugh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Wait, I can't move. Oh my god. It's happening again. He got arrested. Why does he have like the worst luck? All the time. Why am I in handcuffs? Someone please save him. So you wake up now, We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I had a feeling he would be in the wardrobe. I had a gut feeling. I do not believe how I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. I'm not gonna do the fake Russian accent. I'm sorry. You... you found me then. Duh, we found you. And now you pay. Criminal with the K. Duh. How long are you hiding in that tiny Are you? Shouldn't it be were you? How long were you hiding in there? Oh my god. I can't tell if it's because they're making them have bad English or if it's just the shitty translation again. Yeah, I was just, yeah, I was just wondering that. Ugh, sorry. The shitty translation. Yeah, it was pretty bad last case. There was a couple things that didn't sound very correct. Now you have been found, it is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, hmm? No, no, I'll tell you everything. Please, don't throw me in the ocean. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Oh, Susato. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato, please, we didn't kill anybody. Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? No! No! The most handsome guy in all of the fucking games, he's dead. Off. We just got to the second case. You've been waiting for this? You're so mean. No! I'm turning off the game. He's the Mia Fey of this game. Meanwhile, he's supposed to be the Phoenix. He's got to do a double role. Oh wait, no, I was thinking of Maya, not Mia. My bad. Ha, you pretend you do not know. You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. I don't know, man. I don't think Ryunosuke knows how to write in Cyrillic. The sheep's pelt. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Fuck off. No. This is the worst thing to ever happen in any of these games. And I'm so sad. He was so handsome. Why didn't you tell me? No. Here in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs, surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. So no. Exactly, that's how I feel right now too. But I'm not gonna be like screaming to the heavens about it because I've got other people in the house. Kazuma, it was just 2 short weeks ago. You're screaming to the heavens for me. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Ha 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 ha. He's so funny. But now he's dead. The ultimate joke. Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought it was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. I can't believe they just shoved him in that fucking weak box. You must be even less of a man than you look. Oh my god. That's our best friend, too. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. Oh my god. Imagine if you had to keep him inside the suitcase for 50 days. That's almost 2 months. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time, but it's about the time. You don't need the there. This is what I'm talking about. The sentence structure is so bad. It's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. Go hide in the wardrobe. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. The fan translation is better? Yeah, probably. I would bet on it. Because fan translators kind of do extra work with the proofreading and stuff. Oh, you're just saying that? I have the bootleg copy of Ace Investigations 2, right? So that one's great. So the fan translators did a really good job on that one. So I would bet that this one would be good too. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. Oh my god, he spent a fortnight inside the wardrobe. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Ryunosuke, back off. Asobi's mine. Like it's like some lover's getaway. Well, not anymore because he's dead. Thanks. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Da, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship. Murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Okay, well, we all know that somebody else could have done it. We've played these games before. Susato-san? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. That sailor is so suspicious. Yeah, they both are. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. No, not Kazuma's death. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it. They think I'm Kazuma's killer. When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. You'd think, but I bet there's like a secret passage somewhere. What? Look, there's like a vent right above the wardrobe. What if they could go up there? Or to put it another way, the culprit could only have been inside, or somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? Or some sort of speckled band? Yeah, I know. This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Girl, you were literally at our trial where we were proven innocent for the last time somebody accused us of murder. Please, have some faith. Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. Yeah, why would I murder my friend who saved my life and also brought me on board this ship so we could study together in England? The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died. The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. Hi, Dekel. Ryunosuke is so funny. He's like, please, please, just tell me. I know. But if they... Of course they have, like, the one doctor who can't analyze a body after death. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external injuries or signs of injury then. That's true, yes. About the incident. Can anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Wait, okay, hold on a sec. Are they just ignoring the fact that there was a perfectly undisturbed paper on the door to the wardrobe? How could he have put that on? Hi, Jin. This game's already driving me crazy. Yeah, please can anyone tell me what happened in this cabin? But they're ignoring a very obvious sign that how could he put that paper on if he was the one who went inside? It would either be torn in half, or he wouldn't have been able to put one on in the first place. These freaking people. I've played too many of these games. I notice everything, except when I don't. But we don't have to talk about that. I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Exactly. Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. He just keeps saying please, please, please. Oh god, he needs this so bad. Somebody please just tell him what happened. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door? I wonder. I hope they make more Ace Attorney games. Yeah, that would be nice. But also, I feel like they need to start, like, weaning off of the focus on Phoenix. Because Spirit of Justice should have, in all rights, been an Apollo game, and it was just so hyper-focused on Phoenix. I could do without Athena though. I'm not the biggest Athena fan if I'm being quite honest. I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. We need to make more great Ace Attorney games, yeah, and more Ace Investigations while we're at it. I need to see more Shilong Lang. Love that guy. The crewmen forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... No! Oh my god! Wait, how the fuck is he writing Cyrillic? I just said earlier that I don't think he knows how. Or did I say Ryunosuke doesn't know how? Another contradiction. Why is this Japanese man writing in Cyrillic? Can someone please tell me what's going on? There was Kazuma-sama collapsed on the floor. No, my bae. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Ugh, my head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything? What the f does that mean? It's throbbing like anything. Anything that throbs. What the fuck? Oh shit. Wrong button. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? The fact that she thinks that Kazuma didn't know? Crazy. It was his idea all along, babe. No, no, no. That would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you. But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Hey! It's Jutta, hi! How are you doing? Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Your knees hurt. No! Noah, you gotta kiss his knees better. Please shatter them. No, we'll fix them. We'll fix them. We'll find a way. Don't even worry about it. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. Did I miss something though? Was Ryunosuke not studying to be a lawyer in Japan in the first place? Did it ever like say what he was studying? I assumed that they were going for the same thing. Or was he an art student again? I don't remember. Yeah, his theme really is beautiful. And so is he. And he's gone. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. So what were you studying? Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world, in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. I miss him too, and I just lost him. I just lost him, and he's gone. I'm so sad. Maybe it was a good thing that first trial was basically 2 in 1, because I'm not gonna see him again. This sucks. Thank you for the raid, Ace the Immortal. Noah, could you be a deer and shout them out? On a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Hydrate? Redeeming hydrate when I don't have a drink? Crazy work. But I will go get one in like 15 minutes. Ish. Ace Raid! Thank you, and welcome to the stream, readers. I'm Melty Minty, I never have a consistent schedule, and we're playing the Great Ace Attorney today. He'll be here counting the minutes. Oh no, I'm being held to my word. And he says nothing. Forget it. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then, it was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. Yeah, she hit the nail on the head there. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Ryunosuke's like an Otome protagonist. Always has fucking amnesia. Just when it matters the most. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. Amnesia! The JRPG and the Otome classic. Amnesia trope. How's it been going? It's good. I mean, we played the first half, I think, of the first case a long time ago, and then we just finished up the second half, like, maybe a couple weeks ago. And it's my first time playing this one specifically, and I'm really enjoying it, but I'm so sad that Kazuma is gone. Hi, Jack. Chicken. Chicken who? But yeah, so far it's very entertaining. I just wasn't expecting the first case to be that long. I don't think I've ever experienced an initial case being like the length of 2, or like a finale case. They took my boy. I know. I feel your pain. Seriously, I feel your pain for real. I don't know why they would do this. So rude. Chicken sandwich. Jack, what the hell are you talking about? Are you okay? Is that like a code word? Do we need to get you out of some situation? And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, Code word. I don't know where I was going with this bit. I don't know either. You gotta figure it out, because now everybody's wondering. He's trying to sleeper. Sleeper trigger. So true. Fell asleep? Well, yes. I don't know, I feel like you got clonked on the head again. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yes. What the freak is Chicken Invaders? Yeah, well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do. But it's the truth. I like how he keeps raising his handcuffs. That's like the 5th time he's done it. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. No, I feel like he probably would have gotten himself killed too if he woke up in the middle of it. Well, can someone please let me free? It's only one of the best shoot-em-ups ever made? Well, I'll have to take your word on it. I know! Set him free! We need an edit of like Ryunosuke, like the Ao Oni, when it's like shaking the bars. We need an edit of his face doing that with his handcuffed hands. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Why does he keep saying like anything? That doesn't make any sense. Really? You got a doctor on board, why don't you have him check Ryunosuke out for some external trauma on his cranium? Is something wrong? Yeah, it must make sense to him because he got clonked on the head. He really loves that word, Oh, no, it's nothing. Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. That's how you know they're going British mode. Yeah, with their British voice actors. I really don't want to doubt you. Please give me another chance. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Ugh. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Oh. He's screaming to the heavens. I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No! I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Yeah! Oh my god, she just judo flipped him. What the? That was a Susato takedown. Susato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? She's cheating on her own martial arts. She's disrespecting the rules! You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. Yeah, get rotated, nerd. This. Literally this. Oops.
Yes!
No, I'm gonna show her my little lawyer badge. Thank you for the follow, Ace the Immortal. Welcome to the club! Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, have I seen your... yeah. I like when Ryunosuke and like Phoenix go around presenting their badge to people. Was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah! Yes, of course! The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Sniffle. She believes us. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me. I'm sorry. No. Damn. She's not seeing the logic. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. Are we a magician? We're an Onmyoji now. What does she think I am? A magician? Yeah, see? Predictable. Yeah, I kind of want to know what kind of magic we can do too. Yeah, true. Some people are double jointed and can do that. I went to school with a girl and I was friends with her and she could do that. She could she could clasp her hands in front of her and then her shoulders would like rotate and she could like put them all the way behind her head and then like straighten out her arms at the back and do it the same way back to front as well. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. He's getting so deflated. His hopes are going up, 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 and then she's like, no, I don't believe you. And he's like, oh, okay. Poor Phoenix. I mean, Ryunosuke. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Your 10 fingers are double jointed, oddly enough. That's crazy. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. And yes, Jutta, the music is so good here. And now that we have a moment, I will go get that drink like I promised you. So, just hold on a second. Biblically accurate 15 minutes. I promise I wasn't watching the clock or anything. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go get the drink because I promised. Now I'm deciding, blanket, no blanket. It is cold in here. It is still snowing where I live. It's not that cold anymore, but in the basement it is, at least. Okay. I'll put my headphones over my freaking hair. There we go. Let's see. Ooh, it's been so long since I've done an investigation. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me because I was inside of it when I got flung onto the ship. Oh my god. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. See? Predictable. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which, in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. What kind of books are you reading, my girl? Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Damn. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? She's a Fujo. No! Don't say that about Susato-san. Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Oh my god, that was just a segue to a tutorial on how to move around. Are you joking? Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin. I could have figured it out, but okay. They really holding my hand on that one. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Oh my god. No, he's breaking the fourth wall. Somebody stop him. Yeah, we needed to know. That was important information. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training. Do you think? No, he does not think. I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Yeah, it's almost like somebody opened it or something. Yeah, thinking, what's that? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Oh my god. Please. What's this? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS... I don't know how to pronounce that. Buria. Beria? I don't know. I don't know. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Okay, Kazuma had a whole-ass sword. How did he schlep that on board? How did he sneak that in? What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Oh. Oh shit. Rude. But I would choose pet for Ryunosuke, honestly. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. What's this? Bell? A cup? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. Oh my god, did Kazuma use that for sword practice? The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? This is a riveting conversation. What is this brick-colored thing? Huh, it really does look brick-colored, doesn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else inside the cabin. Yeah. Very interesting. Kazuma's sword. What is this, a chicken bone? That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. It really was a chicken bone. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. Well, okay. That seems to be a theme with me playing this. I keep saying something and then they say it right after I do. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm sorry for having such a mega mind. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? Oh, he's a chicken hater, is he? They're speaking directly to me, I know. No, that's right, so he didn't touch it, which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean having chicken right now? I had pork for dinner, and then I choked on it somehow. It just like flew into the back of my throat and I started coughing. True, Jack predicted the chicken. Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly. It's just too horrible. I'm guessing she really likes food. Oh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. No, that's not what I want to know. I was trying to see if the little knife beside it would yield anything different. How do I skip past this again? No. No. There we go. Okay, what else? We can't, like, inspect the ink bottle. Okay. Why do I keep doing that? This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. Shut the hell up. Stop reminding me. That's so rude. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. No! You don't get to start making ship puns. You get out of here. Hi-ya! That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. No, I want to snoop. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? She's always chopping this foo. Yeah, I know. Well, somebody has to. But in this case, I think she's kind of wrong, because we need to know. We need to know if there's something important in there, man. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed onto the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. Well, then stop thinking about it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? What is this, Danganronpa 1? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. No shit. What? Then, what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? I mean, we got a bunch of Russians on board. This is a Russian ship, is it not? Can they not read it for us? It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. That also doesn't sound right. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Ew, I bet it stinks in there. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm, like, how did you bathe or, like, use the bathroom, man? That's why I said it must freaking stink in there. They're gonna have to burn that wardrobe. No, sadly not. Just terrible, I know. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. That's what I was saying! I was saying that! There's literally a way in and out of the cabin, and it's through there. Please. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Where the fuck did he come from? He literally just manifested himself on the desk. What the fuck? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Them damn Europeans just phasing in and out of existence when you least want them to. Oh, how did he? You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. That's how he knew he was a European. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Oh, I guess that professor at his college didn't count. The one that got murdered. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case... You're right, he forgot about his murdered professor. Yeah, like, you could totally consider him a foreign acquaintance, if anything. Fuck. These guys have the brains of a goldfish. We simply must talk with them. Must we? Must we? Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? Oh my god, look at her little wistful expression. By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights, and see what he has to say for himself. I thought I was gonna say, and I will fucking kick him out of this room. Kick his ass to the curb, we don't need his help. Hey, you! Get off the table! That's what they call me at my old job. Excuse me. Suspiciously tall gentleman. That's a very long nickname. Excuse me. Do you have a moment? This is a critical point in my investigation. Critical, just very critical. You could literally just like grab the back of his cape and then pull him off the desk. Just go yoink. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. What the fuck? Just right up in my grill. Greetings, I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Cosmo's desk just now? What the? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? My fraud? No! I don't know if I can call him my goat yet, but he's certainly something. He's a character, alright? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. Really? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive? Oh, buddy. He's just saying anything, I know. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. We have literally been out at sea for 15 days. I don't know how he could have recently returned from anywhere. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? Is he Stewie? What the fuck? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? Was he not the one who got Ryunosuke out of the cabinet? Why is he acting like he's never seen us before? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the bewildered occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Can Susato, like, punch him in the throat? That would be great. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. Yeah, we're an assassin now? We'd be the worst at our job. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. What the? No, he's Jojo posing on us. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? The gifts are happening already, but we don't even get to see the good one until the second game. I really need that one of him running to get the gun. I need it so bad. And we have to clip it. Yeah. I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? I can't wait until we get to that part of the game. Yeah, I know. He's got us good. He's got our number. And And you're plotting a revolution, too! It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way. Oh my god, she flipped him again. Well, explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Literally, you saw him in Japan. You know him from Japan. Susato, please. She's like low-key boy crazy, it feels like. Not in the stereotypical way, but... How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Oh my god. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? That was literally one of 5 things that you got correct. Well, yes, maybe. Well, there you have it, you see. What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Huh. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women all over the world. The inimitable Herlock Sholmes. So it's really you, the actual Herlock Sholmes. I know you said before, Noah, that you couldn't believe that anybody, like, he's actually named this, but there's actually, like, a dude in one of the Otome that I have that's also named Herlock Sholmes. But I think that's just their way of getting around, you know, the former copyright, but Sherlock Holmes is, what do they call that? Free use? Well, the free use is the first, yeah, public domain. Yeah, he's public domain now. I don't think... Yeah, the Conan Doyle family don't have copyright ownership of him anymore. So yeah, he's public domain. But I think Herlock Sholmes was like a really popular way for people to put him in other books without getting sued. But he's also in an Otome, so it's really funny. I'll show you him later. Because funnily enough, he's also some kind of steampunk version of Sherlock Holmes. So, but he's got long hair though. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deducted, or deduced, I should say. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Oh, baby, I don't know about that. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Oh, okay, maybe she's not boy crazy, but she seems to be like a fangirl. Because she's like a fangirl of Kazuma, but also of Herlock Sholmes, so that's funny. She tries to be low-key about it, but you see how excited she's getting. That she actually believed him. That we came back from Afghanistan and we're a Russian assassin. So, you're a great detective, are you? Well, I'm a great ace attorney. Sorry, what was your name again? She's mad we were closer to Kazuma than she was. I mean, Ryunosuke does say that she was a close friend of Kazuma's as well. We don't have the privilege of seeing them interact, so we don't really know, I suppose. I kind of want to know how she fits into everything, because I know she's that one professor's daughter. But I want to know, like, when she was given the opportunity to interact with Kazuma, I suppose. Us and Kazuma are bros for life, though. I know. We are. Bros for life and in death, I guess, because he's dead. Bros for life. Only one of us living now. Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock? Was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rance magazine. Full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventure of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in this series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I am not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Aren't you though? Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Yeah, this really does feel like an moment. Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even in the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. I can't take this fool seriously. Well, obviously I'm not supposed to, but what the fuck, man? How does anyone? The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago, like, dude, you were not right. Get out of here. Leave the case to us. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. That was a very, very long conversation just on that one bubble. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. He really loves saying his own name. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Cursing the heavens! The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? Two facts, you say? Two facts? Your deduction just now, what you were just investigating. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into the cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance? What the fuck? So all Japanese people are Russian now? Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. I'm ashamed to say that as a Slavic, I cannot read Cyrillic whatsoever. Maybe one day, but not today. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Bro. Good fucking lord. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Gardrobe may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps. Garderobe? But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be sorry. I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Well, I'm pretty sure he got swung from the head, so... Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? Is Hisato also Russian? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people. I had no idea. Why does she believe everything he says, but she can't believe that we're innocent? She's so mean. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. So wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. No, he took a picture of our boy. He's dead. Don't. Oh, our boy. No. Cursing the heavens. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. No! Our boy! They murdered our boy! Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that. You also mentioned Afghanistan. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that reasoning to me, do you think? Certainly if it interests you. many times? I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. I'm not either, babe. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, "What the fuck? How does this look like him? Revolutionary Vilem Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." Oh my god. Does he have prosopagnosia? Oh wait, no, we can't use that here because we already used that in Spirit of Justice. The vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night their young Russian was murdered. Since when was Kazuma a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. We really do like using prosopagnosia in a lot of these games, huh? We had it in the Zero Escape series, we have it here. Well, not in this game specifically, but in Spirit of Justice. That's like... I guess it fits with the mystery trope, but also it's also very common, like the Amnesia JRPG protag. You first learned it in 999, yeah. It's a pretty interesting way to go about things. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi about mysteries. Yeah, yes, you, villain Bolshevik. No, 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 how could it be me? I don't look anything like this man, just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Oh, please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of the assassination, or of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. How the fuck did he get an interview with a terrorist? Something smells fishy. And it ain't the sea. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters? Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? I gotta stop commenting. And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? No, I can't do this. Why? Why does this keep happening? I keep commenting and it keeps happening. Also quite clearly stated here in the article, Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself. It's a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. I guess we gotta read it. We gotta read it. See if there's anything else that he may have neglected to tell us. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back. Cast your eye over it sometime if it interests you. Though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? No. Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. Yes. Oh, they're gonna play his theme? That's so cruel. No. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? Susato, flip him! It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. I bet she's gonna go easy on him. Susato-san, aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Why is she like this? You fangirl? Derogatory? No, I'm kidding. So cruel. So cruel. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray, be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. What the fuck is his problem? He got the Gaijin dictionary. But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So what was all that showing off about before then? This freaking guy. If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. Come on. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here is Kazuma-sama's diary. In Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. No. No, not the freaking speckled band. Well, that solves a lot of things as for how they got in and how they got out through that tiny little vent. No! A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring. Yes. To the lattice over there on the wall which connects to the adjoining cabin. The freaking speckled band, Noah, the freaking speckled band. It did this to him. Yes, the adjoining cabin. I want to make a prediction, but just excuse me while I take a sip of drink. Okay, you guys have to remind me to sip slowly. I can't chug stuff anymore. That hurts. Ow. Oh well. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. I have to take little bird sips. I'm sorry. I know. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Alas. I had a lot of trouble like eating my dinner the past 2 days as well, so everything's just kind of sore in there. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's my food chasing me. With intent to harm. Ah, do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. To the adjoining cabin. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think, perhaps, that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. You bastard. What if he removes the evidence? Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. What? Then who the fuck cuffed us? You must be joking! You just said it only a moment ago! Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. Oh, now she's on our side. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. Okay, not to bring up this franchise because, yeah, but he reminds me a lot of Gilderoy Lockhart from Harry Potter, like the second book and movie. He just has that gross, grimy, greasy fraud feel about him, which clearly is true, but he's just like grimy as fuck. Reminds me of him a lot. And he's also British. King Freaks and Reagan. So true. Freaking deadbeat dad. Oh my god. That kind of makes me want to rewatch Greed Island arc. But that arc is so long. It's so freaking long. Reagan the goat. No, Reagan's not a deadbeat, but he's just fraud. Reagan's the dad that stepped up. Yeah, that's true. It's just Jing. He's a fucking worst dad ever. No, I'm kidding, but shitty deadbeat. Yeah, Greed Island. Woohoo! Never forget, shit, how do you pronounce his name? Dwan or whatever? He's like, Jing just used my name for Greed Island as the D, but it's spelled W-D. W-U-N-E or whatever. I feel so bad for him. So what were you looking at my... Wait, so what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Jing be like, what if I use the pregnancy to become the first deadbeat M-Prig dad? Fuck. Pregnancy stone, yeah. Does anyone... Yeah, I remember the pregnancy stone theory. For real. Is the series even still going on? Guys, this is literally how we met. Noah, this is how I know you. I know you from freaking Hunter x Hunter days. It's been 11 years. Pregnancy stones bring everyone together. Our first bond, yes. It's been a long time. Here's to 11 more years. It says, well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. What do you mean? Inshallah, for real. Yes. What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. This guy. This freaking guy. R.I.P. Shell. I know! I still can't believe he's actually dead in the story. Now he's just being plain rude. Who else did Hisoka get? He got Shelnark and Kortopi? That was where I left off, and it was still going on for like quite some time with that successor war arc with Kurapika. But I didn't read past Hisoka fighting Chrollo at Heaven's Tower. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Yeah, Kurapika. Speaking of Kurapika, they had that Hunter x Hunter collab in Grand Blue Fantasy, and I actually have Kurapika. I got his unit from the free rolls I got on the collab gacha. And I also have Chrollo. I think I got everybody. I've got Gon, I've got Killua, I've got Kurapika, I got Chrollo, and then I got the Phantom Troop Summon. Yeah, Crawler. I was really happy I got everybody. I also got a couple of like the collab characters for the Evangelion collab, but I didn't get the most important boy. I didn't get the one guy that I wanted. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. We're not even done in here. Aren't you forgetting something? What? Oh my god. I can't finish reading if she interrupts me with a flip. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate. Well, we're not the ones rolling over on purpose. You're rolling us over. As if you gave me any... Stop! Why does this keep happening? Fuck. The raised chain hands into the throw is so overwhelming. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna stop commenting, because it keeps happening. I just have to shut up. Just read the story, don't say anything. They're just gonna say it right after anyway. I think we still have some... I literally said that too. Shut up. Fuck off. Let's carry on examining what we can in the cabin while we wait for the chance to slip next door. This is insane. Good idea. Oh my god, again. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. You know what's crazy? They didn't even have him handcuffed when he was in, like, the trial for the last chapter. They just let his hands be free, even though he was the suspect. Just so you remember that he's in chains. Kurapika. Chain jail. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. We got chain jailed. Kurapika. Whoa, nice Kurapika reference. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. I don't know about that. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet you, yeah, gay and true. Thank you for picking up on that. Yeah, straight and true, I don't know about that. Yet you, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship. Lethal Rehort? I miss him. Yeah. His voice actor passed away a little while ago, if I remember correctly, because he also voiced someone in Grand Blue. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. I know, it was sad. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and the cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still... No. Wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No! We were literally in the wardrobe. We already been over this. I swear to God, if he says that afterwards, I'm just gonna stop. No. Oh, thank God they didn't say it. I would have had a conniption. Okay, so I think the only thing left to do is talk to the sailor standing guard, and then probably talk to Susato again. Making me afraid to speak. Yes, it literally is. Oh wait, no, we need to look at his sword. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. But was he allowed to bring it on the ship because the passenger notice literally says that no weapons, no dangerous objects, and no pets? I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. No! Shut up. He'll make a comeback. Do you guys remember when I played Diofield and then Waltequin like flew into the freaking lava and I spent the whole rest of the game just huffing major copium and no, Waltequin's gonna come back. I was so freaking sad when she never came back. I really tricked myself into believing that she was gonna make a surprise appearance and rejoin us or something. But no, she just straight up died. I miss Diofield. I think about it often still. I really wish I was affiliate at the time so I could have saved those VODs. That whole roller coaster was insane. I'm so sad we don't have that anymore. Excuse me. What? Just what? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigated a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking, why do they spell it with a K? That's so corny. Corny with a K. The criminal asking prison guard to help him escape. Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Nyet. You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay. Alright. There's no point in trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Court record, please. We gotta read this. We are in the middle of the sea. Aw, look at Susato's little portrait. Too bad she's a traitor and would rather believe Herlock Sholmes over us. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me either. I have no idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. Traitor. Yes, traitor Susato. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. It reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale. We're looking at it right now, though. Oh my goodness! He is fearsome! Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? And the interviewer. The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he need only shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. Wait, we're not gonna get like a check mark like during the investigation? Ooh, pretty. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. I don't think it's the text that he's focused on. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Is this the Hearst Crown case that he was supposedly solving? Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. Yeah, they're all rushing to get out of there. I'm sorry. Ignore that. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Bruh. Don't give me the bruh with the period. I'm sorry. Let me take back the thought. No! Jitha, no! I'm being bullied. I'm just kidding. So mean. What? Looking at you. Wait, does that even... No, like clicking. You've just lost a follower. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Taking my view elsewhere. This is so mean. No, the cruel fates. I'll never make a joke again. No, our boy. I'm so sorry. Look at his face. Look at his poor face. Wait, let's give him a shrew nose. Wait, where's the... No. Can't make observations or jokes. Yeah, I know. Melty in the trenches. Yeah, I know. Everything sucks. Well, there has to be something else for us to look at, but maybe I can't talk. Thanks to that so-called detective, I'm even more stuck inside this cabin than I was before. For the time being, I suppose I'll just have to focus my efforts on investigating here. Can we talk to him again and, like, present the thing for him to read? Wait. Can I present? Can I present this? No, it won't let me present. Well, what else do I have to look at? It doesn't let me go over there. I have limited view here. Wait, over here? This is... yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes. In the interest of cultural research, obviously. Bing bing! I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Oh my god! Seems she picked up a few things from the trial last chapter. Susato, don't say that. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Is there anything else? Am I missing something? Yeah, I can't go to the right. The door. When I went for help, the crewman forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt, and not particularly sturdy. And it just slides across the and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. Unless you're a speckled band. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense. Oh, I feel tense all up. They fucked up. Oh wait, no. I had to read the rest of the sentence for it to make sense. My bad. I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. Has anybody read the Death Note novel with Beyond Birthday? With the locked room mystery and Naomi? That was a freaking insane story. No? It was actually, I really liked it, but then again, I also read it like over 10 years ago. You should read it, actually. I want to know if it's as good as I remember it. But I really did enjoy it. I thought that was like so crazy. Yeah, I'm obviously not going to talk about it if you're going to read it, but shit happens. It was pretty interesting. But the door of his cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. What the? Is this Hosonaga? Oh, look over there. Or was it just a guy that looked like him? The crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. He really likes dressing up and pretending to be other professions, huh? He's like a moonlighter more than a police officer. And come to think of it, he's at the scene of both crimes. What the fuck? Interesting. I'm gonna keep a mental note of that. Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again, but I suppose I could try. Interesting things developing. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no. It's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling that I've seen him somewhere before. I've seen this man before! Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Oh my god. Yes? What can I do for you? This freaking guy. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Oh, yeah, that's definitely him. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Dude, why does he keep wiping his bloody mouth on white things? First it was the towel when he was a waiter, and now it's this freaking uniform. Get some OxyClean. You love this guy. He's so goofy. Noah remembers when I played the first half of the first case and he started coughing and like the sound effect wouldn't turn off. It was going for the entire like chat bubble and I thought that was so freaking funny. He's so wife, what are you talking about? You hate sickly bitches? No, because I am one. If anybody knows how to be a sickly bitch, it's me. What are you doing here? Self-hate runs deep, shaking my damn head. Oh my god. Why is Jinta grilling me? Oh my god. I'm gonna shrink in my seat right away. We will get you the help you need. Stop. I'm gonna run for the hills. I don't need help. I know. You're good. I'll plug my phone in before it dies on me. There we go. I wasn't even planning to stream this long, but this game is so freaking ridiculous. I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. And he gets really into his role, too. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. No. There we go. So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? He's dressed like a little 5-year-old who's going to his first picture day. A little sailor outfit and the hat. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Bro, you fucking failed! You failed to protect my boy! It was Minister of Justice Jugoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. He failed! He failed miserably. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Bruh. Cringe and fail, Hosonaga. Cringe and fail. Assassinated? How could that even be a possibility? I'm not sure, but these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jugoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. Is that the right word to use here? I don't know about that. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated. Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Yeah, that would just draw attention. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. What about when he went to the bathroom? Eat. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here, on the first-class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. Wait, okay, if they're on the first-class deck, room and everything, why would Susato say, I guess nobody comes for lowly Japanese people if they're in, like, the highest-ranked cabin available? That's fucking crazy. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. Get me the fuck out of this cabin. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma-san's death. Why, I don't know why I added the son. I'm so used to reading that from everybody else saying his name. Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes. So we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety if you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door. That stormy-looking seaman over there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Well, it's not the first time you've been called a murderer. Get used to it. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? Sorry. I'm gonna need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example. I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. Meanwhile, he's already dying. Actively. But I don't see how... I do. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. I know how the game works, babe, but just let me play. I don't need the tutorial. Evidence. It's just the same as when you're in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin. Yes, I know. Alright, yes, I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with the evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Well, I say that I know, but I'm just going off a guess that it's gonna be his diary. Are they gonna give us a present option, or... Oh, wait. Present option's right there. Never mind. I'm stupid. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill." A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. All right then. And I just want to double check, like the mic is okay, right? Like you can hear my voice over the game and stuff. Because I have a lot closer to my mouth than I usually do. Okay, good. Yay, new mic for the win. Everybody say thank you, Peeply. I do like that it's like literally out of the way and not on my desk anymore. So, it's fantastic. Thank you, Peeply. Yes. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. Yes. Thank you, Peeply. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move and we can leave this cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. I'm kind of bummed if we can't, like, present the guy standing guard with the paper to read for us, but whatever. I'll have to give up on that. Oh. The 9th of January, 7:48 a.m. This is Buria, blah 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 blah. Buria? I don't know. First class cabin passageway. Woo! I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on the study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. So fancy. Yeah, that's what I want to know too. Where the fuck is the bathroom? Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh my god, look at that big guy. You can see his belly button. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that nobody comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. I don't think he left the room, babe. Well, yes, I know. But the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Oh my god. What this? That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? Wouldn't it be in Russian? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. This looks like a plan of the SS Buria. It shows each deck. Look! The Buria is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering! Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? It's called buoyancy. Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan. Yes, they're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the seas since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. I like how that was just her answer. There's nothing more to it. That's the way to the second-class area of the ship. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it. Just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Yeah, we gotta solve this, man. Let's talk to him. Oh, it's the guy who was in the room before. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? Oh my god. You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid? Oh my god. Grab his dick and twist it. Oh. We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman. Really? Biff Stroganoff? Fuck right off. Come on now. Woo. The best thing is to just avoid eye contact, I think. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Beria steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Duh. I don't know. Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like duh. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no? Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. I wonder if it's the ballerina. Yes, it's tantalizing. What? What the fuck? Tantalizing. What a word choice. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott? Is it Grimsby or Grimsby? He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East islands. Oh my god. Bruh, half of Russia is in Asia. What the fuck? That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. It's a conundrum. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Really? Can we just call him Mr. Stroganoff? Duh. All time, so criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Yeah, that's shit. Please, yeah, like why are we calling him Seaman Stroganoff? Can we just stick to Mr.? Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Niet. Susato-san, Did you understand that? It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way. I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn he would catch my eye for a moment there. Yeah, I saw that too. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, all right. Bulkhead to second-class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or, as English say, when the pigs fly. It is really ridiculous, I know. Yes, I understand. They really spend like 4 whole cases being kind of silly and ridiculous, and then when they hit you with the finale case, they're all like pulling out all the stops for the despair and like, how are we gonna win this freaking case, man? Every time. They save it all for the end. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly. Definitely. Examine. A bell. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? Bruh, it looks like a boob. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? It's a very pleasing shape. That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm? That's why it's pleasing, of course. Yes, yeah. It says press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. Oh my fucking god, this guy. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. Not to mention, I feel like a bunch of people are gonna go flying if it just full stops like that. I wish everything would just stop, the ship included. Yeah, he's a seaman. But Seaman Stroganoff is gone for now, so we get to snoop to our heart's content. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Really? We get to inspect the doors? This is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. He's stroking his beef till he's off. So true. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Knock, 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 knock. Oh, that was a heavy knock. No answer? Bruh. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our enquiries. Is that how you spell inquiry? I thought it was with an I. How annoying. Huh? What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Fuck. I'm about to break the door down. Mr. Sholmes. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how How the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. 9th January, SS Gloria, first class cabin. Number 2. What the fuck? Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Yeah, the muscular. Yeah, do you see muscular or masculine? I saw muscular. Where's my history? Yeah, muscular urge. What the fuck? I've never heard of that before, but okay. They really just be saying shit in this translation. They don't give a fuck. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Is it Grimsby or Grimesby? Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Hi! Wiggle, 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 wiggle. How are you? Yes, that's me. And you are... I'm the one and only, the actual Sherlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I am a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the cover of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So, might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid. Could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. What the fuck? Oh my! Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes! The case just shook! Leave! Now! Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Cosima's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see... Did she fucking read our thoughts? Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Yarg. The new mic is good. We were having big problems with it the last time I streamed. Because I was getting some kind of weird echoey chamber effect. Hold on, let me pull up the gain on the mic too. But I know the music does get like rather loud in the game because I've listened back to my VODs sometimes, not all the time. Yeah, the classic reverb. It was pretty bad. So I don't know if it was my mic or what, but I had to get a new one, but that was an expense that I wasn't expecting to spend. So we say thank you, Peeply, because Peeply got my mic for me. Maybe the audio, like the game audio, is just loud in my ears because obviously I listen to it through headphones and I have to have like a separate volume for it. So I would hope that you can still hear me over the music, but I know it does get kind of loud. Let me just pull up the window again. I had to minimize it. Because yeah, the music is loud to me and I should honestly turn it down, or I can just like stop wearing my headphones. What the fuck? What is he doing in here? But yeah, if you ever notice that the game audio is overtaking me, then just let me know and I will either bump up the mic or turn down the game audio because I'm not really sure which one needs to be adjusted. Okay. As long as it's fixed and you can hear me over the music, then I won't touch anything else for now. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh, that ain't happening, babe. We got this. Oh. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on, for once. We don't need his help. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need this goon. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course! Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russians will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please! Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. It's great! Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or a Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. Hmm? There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. There's so many freaking long words in here, man. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Oh! Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. Yeah, villain. That was a great deduction? Question mark? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle. Oh, yes. I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. Oh, Susato, you're so naive. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How? How could you? How could I possibly know such things you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So I cordially invite you on a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh my god. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Old man's identity. Good lord. What the fuck is happening? So the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Did it just flash a question mark? Yeah, I think we're all confused. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular, the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. I don't know, man. They do not have the same face shape or the same nose or even the same glasses. Sorry, I skipped over that part. What did he say? Oh, that was just... wait. In translation, the headline reads, Revolution Villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. How many times is he gonna fucking tell us that? As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. I thought we were Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. A revolutionary on the run. Wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. I don't know. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. Okay, good night, Jitta. Thank you for coming. Have a good sleep, and I hope your knees feel better. Put some icy hot on them. No problem. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the travel case? Dear me, we are not well suited for the life of crime, are we? Your killers could... wait. I don't know how to pronounce that either. It's been a while since I've had to speak French. Yeah, but his eyes betray him, I suppose. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can be equally found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page... Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Kidnapping of a young ballerina. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elemensky. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes. I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. Aren't they on the way to China, not on the way back from China? Like, they're going to port in Hong Kong right away, right? It's not... did they come from Shanghai after leaving Japan? Did they port in Shanghai and then go to Hong Kong? I have no idea. They haven't explained much about the route of the ship. Other than that, it's headed to Great Britain. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. What the fuck? Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. It's so hard to read words when you've never actually heard them spoken before. Like, I know the word, I know what it means, but I've never heard it pronounced because it's never used in a conversation. Vinegar. For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Ugh, this whole thing is turning into a circus. Yeah, you got that right. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter, almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Usato. It's just one or two keywords in his deduction that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch out some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Yeah, I kind of wonder that myself, if I'm being quite honest. It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists. Did he free us? Oh my god, he really did. Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did? I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel! And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? Yes, we've heard all of this. Is the enormous pair of shears. Now we ask, what could you possibly want? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I knew that's where we were going. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intends to use those shears on. Exactly. If we manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes, I should say, deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for? Good question. Copious beard, thick hat. Is that all? Oh god. What the? Golden locks? Oh my god, this is the ballerina, perhaps? I don't remember. I don't know. What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color's not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here. I have a feeling. Yes! Golden locks. Dude, I just unboxed my new Bluetooth headphones and they are so high quality. Ooh! What brand are they? Their earphones? You dropped your other ones on the plane? No! That's so sad. I'm so scared of losing mine. Yeah, I have like a really cheap pair as well I got off Amazon, and I've been using them for years now. So those are the ones I use to connect to my phone, and then I have a wired pair for when I game, so I use the wired pair for my Switch and my PlayStation and my Steam Deck. So yeah, I've had this really cheap pair that was like 25 bucks, and I have like another brand new unboxed pair just in case I ever lose them, because they're so cheap and they're so good. And the only thing wrong is I lost the, like, you know, the little rubber thing that goes onto the earphone so you can stick it in your ear comfortably. I lost that on one of the headphones, so I had to replace it with my old pair of wired headphones because those busted. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've had this pair for, honestly, I don't know how long. I feel like it's been at least 3 years that I've had them. And that wired pair that I was using for my gaming consoles, I had that wired pair for like over 5 years. And then it finally freaking did the thing where it doesn't work in one of the ears, and I luckily had another wired pair hidden away somewhere. I had to find it, but I always buy in twos because I know some shit's gonna happen and that's just gonna piss me off that I don't have headphones to use afterwards. So always buy in pairs, man. Always buy in pairs, especially if it's on sale. Bro, you were not intending to expose this. You didn't even look. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. I need to get off of here soon. We need to save and leave. Just narrating's getting hard now. My brain can't keep up. You're not a man at all. You're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Yes, yes. What? No. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. Oh no, they're having their little dance of deduction. And dance of seduction, possibly? I don't fucking know. It's a 2-for-1! Just doing what we agreed. Not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Yes, yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else, something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try and hide her true identity. I feel as though I've read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Gee, I wonder who that could possibly be. Alright, I'll do my best.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. How many times are you going to read out the freaking titles? It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Oh my god. Careful with those scissors, babe. Aw, she's so pretty. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Solved. Now, as for my second conclusion, that doesn't make any sense anymore. She brought a pet on board, I'm assuming. Wait, don't tell me she's the one who has the freaking snake. I guess that would make the most sense. Sorry, I'm distracted by my emails. Let me just clear stuff. Something I wish listed on Steam is available now. Like, why do I have 5 emails? The answer received lies in where the first glance falls. Yes, there's a pet in there, or something. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes, so clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? Well, if she went on the run with the freaking tiara, then obviously she stole the tiara. But there's obviously something in the case as well, and I'm assuming it's the snake. Sorry, the speckled band. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Wow. Okay, so what's inside there? Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on! What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. So why, again, why is he having to try it on? Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Gee, I wonder.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Oh my god. I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's a runaway all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Yes, just keep going, we're repeating now. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. What? He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all of this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open the case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case, and it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. Oh my god, can we please just get past this point so I can end stream? Oh my fucking god. Please! Whatever she has hidden inside that case. I feel like every time I play this, I'm always like begging to be set free. Not that I'm not enjoying it, but sitting here really fucking hurts. I want to go upstairs and play something else. I'm enjoying it, I promise. I just hate being in the basement when it's so cold. Right here.
Yes!
Rules of passage. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off, actually, because they're starting to hurt my ears. These are like those big earmuff type. it's one of those like headsets that has a microphone on it as well. Obviously, I just don't use the microphone part of it. But yeah, they squish and pinch my ears and smash it into the arms of my glasses. It's hard to wear them for so long. Next time I'll tell you when you'll be starting a new thing. Okay. That would be helpful. But I did want to at least get this part done with. I had a feeling when we were going through Sholmes talking that we were going to have to correct his stuff because the question marks kind of made it obvious. But I didn't think it was going to take this long. I seem to be like severely underestimating how long certain parts are taking while playing. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. Uh-oh. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case... Oh my god. These fucking nerds. Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet. She flails like one of those like tube men that they inflate outside of car dealerships. Elementary. We deduced it. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The Bordeaux is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. Yeah. Like, I understand the use of these words in these sentences, but at the same time, like, it's so hard to read it in a flowing manner, especially now because my brain's, like, slowly shutting down. I've been reading for, like, 3 hours, so everything's just kind of going, like, mush inside of there. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So... if it was just you, about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell, why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that a questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened. I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... at that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that. From time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside, my only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew. Your secret is safe with us, I assure you, but in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Yes, all right. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something? Mr. Shulm's great deduction. No, because we have to fix the whole thing. It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh. Yes? What? Observe your wrists. Oh my god, did you put them back on? Fuck off. Your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. Grr. When? And why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Ms. Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary really was. It's a snake. It's Snake. Okay, no. No, we're not doing it anymore. We're done. Wait. Save. Get me the freak out of here. Wait, exit game, please. I'm sorry. Wait, no. Wait, I already did that. Just hold on. Back to title. I'll just save again, just to be safe. No! Stop, please. This freaking controller's out of control. Okay. Woo! We made it. We fucking made it. We did a lot. We did a lot more than I was like initially planning. I was only going to stream for like an hour and then I got like wrapped up into the whole thing because freaking Kazuma is dead. They killed my boy. They killed my boy with a snake. It was too crazy. It was too crazy. That was a lot. But also nice because I have a mic that works now and I don't sound like I'm in a cave at the bottom of the sea anymore. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I really want to stream more often. I'll find the will to stream more. I really gotta clean up my room though. I keep putting off cleaning up a majority of it. I've only reorganized like 1/3 of my drawers and cleaned off most of my desk. But yeah, I gotta clean up in here, man. I gotta clean up. I got stuff I want to put up. I've got this cute little curtain of lights that shapes it like a heart that you put on the wall. I want to put that up. I gotta reorganize all like my merch on my shelves. I need to get a new shelf because I have more stuff to put up there that I don't have room for. I gotta do stuff. But alas, it's so cold and my body is so freaking sore. My back's sore, my head is sore. I think my injections are wearing off really early because of the stupid ass weather, because I've been getting migraines a lot too. I'm just, like Jutta said, sickly bitches. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Just have to, roll with the punches. But I'll try and stream more often, especially because me and Noah want to continue our little challenge this year. 10-year anniversary of Dark Souls 3. What's a more perfect time to do it? We'll figure something out. When it gets warmer, we'll do it. And then I won't have to worry about my legs freezing off while I'm down here. But yeah, that's the end of the stream for now. Thank you so much for coming and for hanging out. And thank you to Ace the Immortal for the follow and the raid. Much appreciated. Is anybody streaming right now? Is anybody streaming? Catalina's streaming. Pinkus is streaming. Eltriok is streaming. Hold on. Stream manager. Let's just go pop in, say hi to Cat. I'm probably gonna watch him when I get upstairs. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. And let's try and start the raid here. Alrighty. Bye bye.